Okay, this is part three of my Missing the 90s series. This time I'm going to talk about Comedy Central. Man, I miss Comedy Central. In the 90s, I used to watch it. I remember they used to play all those, they used to play all those cool comedy shorts in the 30s, like the Marx Brothers and some of the silent movies you never heard from. Probably on, I forget what time, but I remember they used to have Gallagher and some of those comedy shows, from the 80s. Robert Williams' old show from 1978. Oh, on those HBO specials. Oh man, that was great. I know they don't do that anymore. And of course, I watched Comedy Central because of South Park, and that show is still going on. But I missed the '90s version of it. Didn't like when Kenny used to get killed, but that's just old school. And I remember they used to have Viva Virality. What was that show with Michael Ian Black? Viva Virality. Didn't last long, but I thought it was an okay show. I remember Strangers with Candy. Jerry, what's her name? I forgot her last name. They were making fun of those after school specials. Something like an after school special or parody of it. Strangers with Candy. I remember they used to play the early '90s Saturday Night Live. They never played the '70s one with John Belushi. That kind of pissed me off a little. Remember they played the ones with Chris Farley and Adam Sandler and David Spade. What early '90s. I remember Beat the Geeks, but that was in the early 2000s. Oh yeah, Win Ben Stein's Money and Bob and Margaret. I remember, yeah, Bob and Margaret. That was a Canadian show, I think. I used to think it was from a British show from England, but it wasn't. Yeah, I remember Ben Stein having his game show not being serious because Ben Stein, he's always been the boring serious character in other movies, but this time he was having fun with his game show and the Man Show. I remember the Man Show. Oh, it's the Man Show. All those women, bouncing. Reminds me of Married with Children. Yeah, that's it. I used to remember those, what's coming up next. Bumpers, promos, that weird, like, they used to do it in a weird style. These bumpers telling you what's coming up next. You know, I can't explain it, but you just have to you just have to be there watch those old '90s shows and the movie theater, not movie theater, the Comedy Central big movie. Remember when I remember they used to play that movie Throw Mama from the Train with Danny DeVito. That was one of the big movies, and I remember they used to play Ghostbusters 2 on there sometimes. I didn't really watch Comedy Central till like 95, 96, 97, 98. Well, even before South Park. Maybe I started watching it when South Park was on. When I heard about South Park. That's the only thing I can think of. I also remember that other show. I can't remember it. Dang, I can't remember it. It was a sketch show. Was it? And I forget it, but I know it. I just forget it. It had this one segment about this guy that keeps farting. I know I don't like telling fart jokes, but I just remember that one. I just can't think of the damn name right now. I'm sorry. Sorry, scratching my ear. It was raining a while ago and I got wet on, but I don't mind getting wet on. That's just me. But yeah, Comedy Central now ain't what it used to be. Even if they do have some good shows. I remember in the early 2000s they had That's My Bush and Little Bush when they were making fun of George W. Bush and had that Kenny and Spinny. Oh yeah, they still have the Data Show. I made fun of political news. But yeah, Comedy Central in the '90s. What else did they play? I remember they played some other shows. And what else? '90s. I'm trying to think of '90s ones. I remember Crank Yankers. And had those puppets talking on the phone to each other. That was hilarious. I really didn't get into it like I did with South Park. That was like 2002. It ain't '90s, but it does have a '90s feel to it. Let's be honest. I forget the other shows. I just can't think of any right now. Other shows from the '90s. I guess Reno 911 would be considered that, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it's part of my missing the '90s videos. Missing Comedy Central this time. I talked about Nickelodeon and HBO. I might talk about TBS, TNT, USA next. You know, it's just that feeling of getting old. That's all I'm gonna say about this video. Just missing the '90s. There was some other stuff I just can't think of right now. I'll try to make this video. Try to think of, but what else? There was something in the '90s. They had another show they used to play movies in the '90s. The narrator at what was like one of those rich guys or something. I can't remember. I remember they played that movie. They used to play that movie. Car 54. Where are you? It's one of the worst movies ever. You know, the late Al Smith who played Grandpa Munster on the Munsters was on that show. Yeah, they make it. They make it. It was a TV show too, but they had that David Johansen, that guy with that scratchy voice, Point Dexter. You know, Buster Poindexter. I like it hot, hot, hot. You know? Yeah. But anyway, I just can't think of nothing from the '90s right now. I mean, on Common Central. Anyway, that's it. Have a good one. Have a good, safe day. It's in the '90s so much. It's a classic.